Welcome back. It's the same day in Celdic, and things are not good. At least Weathercock survived. Still that feeling of like a gut punch at this point. It's like, oh, things were going so well. This is awful. How could they? How could they do this to such a lively town? The Grand Market seems to have taken the brunt of it too. The fact that this was the work of the provincial army themselves is distressing to say the least. Can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the market manager and the Fourth Armored Division too. Yeah, it's that sort of thing like, we'll do the rounds at the oh no! No, Kitty, no! Oh, it's like, oh. I know, Kitty, I know. But it's like, yeah, I think you can understand, like, we're doing the rounds at the same time as we wander around here, and it's like, we won't be editing, because things have definitely changed. You haven't seen my husband anywhere, have you? I heard they brought him in here with serious injuries, but I can't see him anywhere. Oh, why does he have to worry me like this? Oh. I don't want to do the red exclamations yet. It's that sort of thing, like, I'll speak to other people around here first. I'm doing everything in my power as a pharmacist to aid everyone's treatment. But it still terrifies me to think of how quickly those soldats laid waste to this town. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to escape, to be completely frank. Fortunately, some of my medicine was left undamaged, so I was able to use that to treat the injured. And yet, there wasn't anything I could do for Otto. Oh no. No, not you. I tripped and hurt myself in all the commotion. It's nothing serious compared to everyone else. I'm lucky. How could they? How could they do this to our home? Oh, Adios, please. Please help us make it through this. It's just... again. Gut punch. Big gut punch. Officer Zerbel's considerable medical knowledge helped to save those who were badly wounded in the assault. We're truly blessed to have him stationed here. Why did something this awful have to happen? They showed no mercy, not even to the children. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let myself get all worked up like this. If you're looking for Father Zerbel, he left for the market manager's home. It's completely understandable. Wake up, Jake. Oh no. He's not waking up. Can't believe that even Jake was caught up in all of this. This is so horrible. Couldn't do anything to help. I feel so ashamed of myself. Don't be. You're up against professionals, and they had the element of surprise on their side. She's right. I know you're upset, but you're not the one to blame here. And neither are you, Eustace. Yes, I suppose you're right. I have time to blame myself for what happened. That's time I could be using to actually help people. I can't believe I couldn't do anything. Months at a military academy and so much time and effort spent here. When it came time to use those skills, I wasn't able to. What was the purpose of me being here in the first place? No, I need to focus on helping people right now, not wrestling with my personal demons and feeling sorry for myself. I was about to be hit by some falling rubble, but then, before I knew what was happening, Jake appeared and pushed me out of the way. It's all my fault. What'll I do if he never wakes up? Please, Jake, wake up. I'm begging you. I was like, oh. He's unconscious. Poor kid. No, this can't be. Marco, open your eyes, please. Jeez. Again, how things have developed. Oh, come on, wake up, please! Oh, I didn't want the red exclamation, but still. Not Louise, too. I think this worried me last time when I came here. It's very much that kid over there just looking at the empty bed. It's like, that's scarier. Excuse me, but how's she been holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Father Zerbal has already tended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong. Can't be sure if she'll make it. Louise, please open your eyes. I'm begging you. You two seem like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the Weathercock whenever I was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. But let's go. We need to see how things are elsewhere. Right. Ooh. It's like, you can just imagine how angry Eustace is getting at this situation. She got knocked out cold by some falling debris. Hasn't woken up since. How? How could something like this happen? She was going to take the day off today and come home. So why'd this have to happen? Louise, please. Open your eyes. Why? Why did this have to happen? How much more will this war take from us? Louise, please, wake up. She's unconscious. Again, this kid. On his own. Huh? Daddy's not here. Oh, man, where'd he go? Sister told me to stay put, too. Oh. Those humanoid machines there. There. Get back, don't do it. Probably shell-shocked. He seems to be unconscious. Yeah. There's that sense of like, I would say because I've done the rounds.
I hope Louise will be okay.
She wasn't the only familiar face either.
Yeah, but like, because I've done the rounds, like, everything's hitting harder. Like, I know these people. I've spoken to them. I've seen how their, like, lives were developing. It's one of the reasons I was definitely getting the rounds done when I had the chance, because I knew this was coming very soon. So it's like, oh, it's gonna hurt. And it does. Sorry. My mind's kind of all over the place right now. I can't believe how quickly it all happened. Minutes. That's all it took. They ruined the town before our eyes. Could anyone who does something like that even call themselves human? Gotta clean up the store too. Everything's a mess. Shockwaves knocked a bunch of stuff off the shelves. I think we should check the shop. I guess. That's something like, any master quartz? No? Alright. Okay, thank you anyway. Uh-oh. Red exclamations over there. Let's check that again. At least Weathercock survives. Weathercock. Oh. Oh, hello. I somehow managed to keep this place from burning down. But Louise was hit on the head by some falling debris during the attack and if I'd known things would end up like this, I would have first to take the day off. The store's okay. Got all the debris cleared up for the most part. This is all just too much. Why? Why her? Anyway, like, you'd think... See, this is the thing, if I was Margot, like, maybe there's not that many injured and that sort of thing. It's like, I would use this place as sort of like a place to have people rest and stuff like that because of what happened. It's like, try and do something, you know? Something. My house was burnt down. There's nothing left of it. I can't do it justice, you know. Our house was set on fire during the attack. I managed to escape safely, but where will we go now? See, I'd make a joke about her name being fine, but I can't. Don't cry, Anita. Otherwise I'll end up breaking down too. The Jaegers took advantage of the chaos to set fire to as much of the town as possible. Tried to put it out as fast as we could, but had our hands full simply trying to make sure that all the townsfolk was safely evacuated. In the end, we weren't able to prevent the fire from spreading. Those big robots came crashing into town out of nowhere. And they just started destroying everything and anything. Market manager told me to run, so I did. But then he... Did something happen? And he got away thanks to the market manager. He's always been there for me, but now... Not even an exclamation or anything, like, jeez. Why? Why did this have to happen to you of all people, Otto? Don't tell me. We should go check for ourselves before jumping to conclusions. Those huge machines, they came and destroyed the Grand Market. I'm so scared. I don't ever want to see them again.
No!
This is just awful. It used to be so lively, and now...
No. Took out a loan to procure the goods from my store. Why? Why did it come to this? Oh, radios, why? Those soldiers tore the Grand Market asunder like it was nothing. They took away what was essentially our home. And yet here I am, able to even work up the energy to be depressed. Oh, hello, Norton. You all made it, I see. Seen a lot during my time as a reporter, but this is the first time I've been left speechless. An atrocity like this can't be forgiven. Nobility or not, there's no excuse for such carnage. It'd be failures of people if we let something like this pass. I'll do whatever I can to make sure this doesn't get covered up. I'll make sure pictures of this horrific sight get out there. This sort of atrocity can't be allowed to happen ever again. It's just reminding me of like other events that are very similar to this in the history of Zemuria, especially down south, let's put it like that. No, stay away. Please, leave the town alone. Why is this happening? We're in the midst of assessing the situation. Please take any questions to Lieutenant General Craig. Let's head this way first. Yep, no one home. That would try leaving? We should focus on making our way around the town for now. Let's head back then. Let's go see these three over here then. It's very symbolic, isn't it? Oh, I see you've all arrived. Lieutenant General Craig, Major Neidhart. I see the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. Presume you were all contacted? That's right. Came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is, as you suspect. This was done by none other than the Kreuzern Provincial Army soldiers. That's absurd. For what reason? So it seems they have no issue with raising the very lands they're meant to protect. This can't be real. Fortunately, it's very real. Apparently they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks too. Duke Albarea has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They're behind the attack on Ymir, too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialities. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but we had already retreated towards Bereahard and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragon's Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to others. Even then, though, there's just no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that? Oh, Vita. The fear this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the Soldats, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them. Especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. Wait, someone passed away? The market manager, I'm afraid. Eyewitnesses' reports state that he got caught in the debris while aiding with the townsfolk's evacuation. That's awful. Regardless, plan to strengthen our defense here while preparing for countermeasures against Bereahard. Advise that you keep your distance from Celdic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict. It's an all-out war. Never forget that. Yeah. Leave the townsfolk to us. We'll do everything we can to support them. What are the measures to be taken against Bereahard? Something must be done. That much is certain. Leave the military affairs to us, but do take a good look around and engrave the sight into your minds. This is the true face of war. It's like it was very important they did this, I feel, like, because it's that case of like, you never felt the effects of the war, I'd say, until now, like, really felt it. And it's like, like, what are the major places that just sticks out? And so I love the fact when I first going through, like, the Weathercock thing stuck in my head, because it made this moment just so much more memorable, because it's like, something I actually really got I don't even have the right words. I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It's like, it is, again, it's that feeling of a gut punch. And it's just so right for this game. Celdic holds no value to the Alliance from a military perspective. This was clearly to make an example of them. We won't let this go unpunished. Our chance of retribution will come, and they will pay. Best not to get yourselves caught up in it when that time comes. Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. Alright, let's head over to the manager's house then. Did you come to see the market manager? If so, head up to the second floor. Everyone else is already there. Market manager's up on the second floor. Sorry, she said my goodbyes not long ago. Anyone else down here? No. These people need a cup of tea. They really do. They really, really do. Here. Oh. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. You're all from Thor's, correct? Fell victim to one of the Soldats' attacks while evacuating the townsfolk, I'm afraid. Did everything in my power to save him, and yet... we heard... How could this happen? Market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town. Now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that. Why did things end up like this? What are we even supposed to do? Why, Helios? Why did you take the market manager from us? Market manager did everything he could to protect us, even in his last moments. This is how it's always been, too. He's got by thanks to him. I did everything in my power, but it wasn't enough. At the very least, he seems to have passed on peacefully. I can only pray that Helios guides his soul to her side. I can't believe he gave up his life to protect us. Hope you're happy, Duke Albarea. If your aim was to terrorize us and take something from us that can never be replaced, then you must be. I won't forget this, Otto. Your death won't be in vain, I swear it. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. He's resting in peace. He looks like he could wake up at any moment. Oh, Eustace, get angry, mate. Get angry. Get angry. See if you changed. No. Thought he might have a few words for him or something like that. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. Right, East Celdic Highway then. Just... yeah. I've got a decent grasp on the situation in Celdic now. Should we head back? Turn to the courageous. Rean! Oh. Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky. Hugo. I'm glad that Hugo came as well, though. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit about knowing what's happened to my home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's alright. We saw them at the church. Can't say the same for the market manager, though. Oh no. Having a laugh, huh? Wait. I've got it, Rean. I'll make sure she returns to the courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first, then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Celdic in the Imperial Army's hands, they went back to the courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Celdic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off. That definitely hit me way harder than it did the first time, though. Like, genuinely holding back tears at some point. It's like, well, that's weird.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute.
Exactly. This is what I need to get into later. That's what I was alluding to, that I want to talk about in the final shrine that we do. Well, final shrine within the main story, sort of. You'll see what I mean.
History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
Think it's safe to say it was just Duke Albarea doing his own thing.
Even Milliam's not peppy like she normally is. Yeah.
He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways. Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace.
How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Albarea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down, and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Celdic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
Indeed, it's not only just like innocents who are affected, it's like this is personal. More than just users.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
We got the sign off from the royal family, so...
Thank you, Your Highness.
All right, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Albarea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through?
Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No. Put the call up on the screen.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother. And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus?
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
See, this is key to certain things I want to talk about later as well in regards to... This relates to the whole thing with, like, the War of the Lions almost repeating itself. And other things, and it's going to be relating to knowledge I have, so it would be spoilers. So when we do get to that sort of, like, talking point theory sort of thing, it's like... It will be jump ahead because it would be spoilers. Quite a bit.
Does this concern Celdic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Celdic was instigated by Duke Albarea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's Board of Directors.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Albarea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Albarea myself.
Not alone, you won't.
And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Albarea. Duke Albarea's actions against Celdic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. With that fact as justification, S7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and the RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armored Division would attack Berehard's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Auroch's fort. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Courageous with relatively limited opposition. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Albarea, effectively completing the mission. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valimar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much-needed data. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. It's a new day, everyone. Taking Auroch's fort. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. Can't let Eustace down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death, too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valimar's newly fortified weapon, too. How'd it turn out? Great, actually. And like Laura said, today's operation makes it the perfect chance to test it out in battle. Hope so. And a good way to iron out the kinks, anyway. The more data I have, the better off we'll be when it comes to making the Tachi. Guys, the Wolf Arm Division and the Railway Military Police are almost ready to make their move. Let me know as soon as you're ready. The sooner, the better. I'm coming with you. Doesn't sit right with me to have you go up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. Especially Northern Jaegers. There's no reason to let your guard down, though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. The number of members in the party is temporarily increased to 7. That's cool because boom, boom, boom. Thinking we bring Machias with us. I say Machias here. It's like, if you hadn't noticed, I'm saying everything correctly and stuff like that, because it's that case of like, this is too serious a moment to be like, ooh, the rump. No, it's the RMP. We'll do it properly. So it's a very serious moment. It's like, it calls for it. It's like, have everyone here. Although I'd want to bring along Milliam as well because of the useless stuff. So I'm thinking, who could we stand to lose in the group, essentially? And it's like, I'm thinking that, because it's like, I want Milliam and Machias here because of Eustace being here. It's like, it would be nice having Fee as well, but it's like, ooh, it's like we would be like screwing ourselves a little bit, but I'd want Laura as well. There's so many options that I could go with that I feel are right, but I feel like out of what we've got here is actually pretty decent in terms of like my group setup and stuff like that. We'll go with that. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. Right, so we're going to end this part here, and in the next part we'll do the rounds on the ship, but I feel it's a case of, again, serious moment, serious time. I don't think cutting is right for the rounds on the airship at this point, so we'll see you in the next part. We go around and start speaking to people, and then commence operation. We'll see you then. Ta-da for now.